Hello, I hope everyone's doing fantastic tonight. So tonight we're going to look at a few BioElements products that I use on myself. The ones that I like the best are, I use the Makeup Dissolver Perfected, and I'll talk about why in just a second. I use the Flash Foam Cleanser, and then I use the Power Peptide. Sometimes I use the Equalizer, but this one's actually geared more towards aging skin, even though I don't like to admit that. And then I also use Absolute Moisturizer. And then once in a while, I will use the Lip Exfoliating Butter, which works amazing. And especially because I have been using this Grande Plumper lips thing, and I really like this. This is pretty cool. So like kind of the combination of these two things is working really well. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pin my hair back so that I don't get product all over in my hair. So the biggest reason you want to use a makeup remover and not just jump right to the cleansing is it's formulated to remove any makeup that's stubborn and hard to get off, and it does like kind of deep cleanse your pores. And like if you have waterproof mascara, you'll have a hard time getting that off with just using a cleanser. And sometimes even when you're using the cleanser, it will surface clean because it's getting that makeup off, but it won't penetrate your pores as much because of having the buildup of makeup on. So all we have to do is we take the makeup remover and we put it on a few cotton rounds. I mean, you can use whatever you have. It doesn't have to be the cotton rounds. You could also just use a towel, which I have done in sometimes as well, because, you know, I tend to run out of my cottons at home. So, you know, you make do. So then you just kind of blotch it off. So there goes my eyebrows for the day. And then what I like to do too is do one lap with it and then kind of flip it over and keep going a little bit with it. And I always have to make funny faces while I'm doing it as well, because, you know, that adds to it. So now that I did the one through, then I'm going to take the other one over at once. Just because I feel like if I do it twice, I get more off, which is really good for your skin. And it also kind of like gets your skin ready for the cleanser. See, I still had a bunch on there. All right, so now my face is already a little damp and moist from the makeup remover. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the Flash Foam Cleanser. And I usually take about 2 pumps, and you rub it in your hands, and then you just apply it to your face, like nothing. This cleanser is nice. Anyone can use it. It has a nice light exfoliating feature of it. So it's nice because every day you're getting that little bit of exfoliant coming. So it keeps your skin looking bright and refreshed. I sometimes do let it sit on for a minute or two, depending on how my morning's going, just because I feel like you're letting the chemical, or I shouldn't say chemical, you're letting the product work and penetrate into your pores a little bit more that way. And especially with having a little bit of exfoliant in it. There is another product that I really like to use, but I don't use it all of the time. So then you just go ahead and you towel it off. And this is crazy because I had used the makeup remover and I still am getting makeup off because that makeup dissolver started loosening it up and breaking it down. If I would not have used it, I would not have gotten all the makeup off, and then I would have still had residue left on my face. So then after you do that, the next step is the toner, which we're using the Powered Peptides, which is really nice for, like I said, aging skin. It helps with like the elasticity. The biggest reason that you use toner is it's really opening your skin up in order to put the moisturizer on and to suck it in, suck that stuff up. It also causes the last product you put on your face to stop working. So you don't want to over cleanse your face either, right? Because then you end up with dry skin. So you just put some on your cotton rounds. The equalizer, which is very similar to this, comes in a spray. So you would just mist your face instead of putting it on cotton rounds. And then you just dot all over your face. It's kind of like what I do in facials too, is I put on cotton rounds and dot. You want to be careful not to pull on your skin, especially pulling down, because gravity is a nasty thing, right? So if you feel like you have to rub your face at all, you should always try to go upward because of gravity pulling on your skin all of the time. Okay, so now you just see me terribly without makeup. So now that we did that, our last step that I'm doing today, I do also have a product called, I can't think what it's called now, of course, but it's a nice exfoliant that you put on at night before you put your moisturizer on, and it helps to get rid of any buildup of skin cells so that when your skin looks dry. I don't know if you've ever had that happen where you put your moisturizer on and then you put your makeup on and all of a sudden you have like patches where it's like really, really dry. It takes that away. So you don't have to use it every day. I think the recommended usage for it is 3 times a week. And I will get back to you on what the name of that product is because I cannot remember. Actually, I will put it in right here. So that is that. I really like that. That's one of my favorites too. And then the Absolute Moisturizer is my favorite moisturizer, partly because it's okay for everyone to use it, just like the Flash Foam Cleanser. It can be used by anyone. Obviously, if you have sensitivities, you might want to stick with the sensitive line of bioelements. However, you could possibly even still use this because it is made for everyone. Oily skin, dry skin, combination skin. My skin personally is combination. I get kind of the T-zone, a little oily. But anyways, so back to our moisturizer. So you always use a little dipper thing to get it out because you never want to stick your fingers in the product because you have germs on your fingers. And then you put it in your fingertips and just rub it in. With making funny faces again. Because that's what all the cool kids do. Yeah, so that's that. Then I'm going to put a little bit of this lip cream on. If I can find it. There we go. So same thing. Always use a little stick because you don't want to stick your fingers in that either. Because it didn't change. You still have the same germs on your fingers. And that's that. So that's what I try to do every night. Some nights I do miss, which isn't the end of the world. But yeah, so we'll talk more about that other product later and some of the masks as well. We'll talk about another night too, about how we use them and what they do. All right, awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.